All right, you want to do a test?
Motherfucking test.
You're still peeking.
Speaking.
How is that possible?
That's how they call me Peaks.
Peaks?
Peaks McValleys.
This just might be the stupidest thing you've ever said.
Hello and welcome to Good Enough. I am Sam, joined as always by Robbie.
I am here.
Okay, we're doing this again. And Matt.
Hello. Didn't he do this bit last week?
Yeah, he did. Absolutely. Guys, Happy New Year.
I guess it doesn't count because that was last year.
Yeah, this is a new bit for the new year.
Oh, yeah. 2019, recycling old bits.
Hey, baby, we got to recycle everything.
We're environmentally friendly here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I know most people just leave their bits wherever
Yeah.
they may lie. We recycle them.
Yeah.
Sow them into the comedy garden.
Yeah.
For fertilizer.
Yeah. Damn it, I was gonna make a comedy garden joke. You got to it before me. You guys feeling optimistic about 2019? Any big resolutions for you?
No.
I'm not.
Oh.
Mainly because I'm waiting to hear back from a job for the IRS, but because the government's been shut down, I've yet to hear anything. So, not optimistic.
Yeah.
Starting the first podcast political.
I mean,
Well, I mean, is it political when he's waiting on
No.
a job interview? Like, I have a job interview with the CSU system here next week. I wonder if that's affected.
It's a state.
State.
so that
State government.
no.
No.
So
no.
yeah, twice. It's shut down twice.
Yeah. So I work
It's
in
double shut down.
I work in news, and we had like a Facebook Live yesterday at Yosemite about it being closed and everything. And this woman commented, and it's just like the stupidity of people. She was blaming the California government for it being shut. She was blaming Jerry Brown for it being shut down.
Classic. He's all, hey, you better get Smokey the Bear on this shit. If he doesn't open up
Jerry Brown will no longer be our governor.
He was not our governor at the moment that she commented that.
Really?
I mean, he is, but he's not right now.
Right. It'll be Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, but she was like, and it's not going to be any different in Gavin Newsom's California. And she's all, this is what's happening in liberal California.
Oh
and I was
my!
like,
What?
Oh, man.
They use that on the air, on the news.
No.
Nah, it's got to be just.
it was just on Facebook. But I'm like, how do you not know how government works?
Yeah, so like, just real quick. So the Thursday before it all shut down, I got an email. It was like, hey, keep an eye out. We're going to be calling. Like, watch your emails, keep an eye out. And then it wasn't until last Wednesday when I was like, just lamenting to my mom. I was like, I haven't heard anything. And she's like, it was like a day later. She's like, the government shut down. I was like, motherfucker.
Oh.
And like, they can't even send you an email to tell you.
Exactly.
Because that would be working.
Exactly. So I was like,
What if they
Fucking-
really want to hire you?
this like
we need
orange.
to hire this guy.
Yeah, they're like, before they shut down, they were dialing.
And then
they're
just
picking up the
Trump's
phone.
big orange fat finger pushed whatever button
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shuts the government down.
They were about to dial the last
phone,
number.
The phone goes dead.
And
Yeah.
they're like, and it's like some supervisor runs in,
Stop! Quit dialing!
just like rips the cord out of the wall.
But I was about to call Robbie.
He's all, we're shut down.
Oh no!
What if they come find you?
Like some agent's like, he's like I'm like at a grocery store. He just comes stands beside me. He's like, "Are you Robert Cifuentes?" I was like, "Excuse me." He just slides me a Smash Brothers invitation.
That joke took a turn.
Yeah, all right.
And that's how we find out the U.S. government is added to Smash.
All of
Are
it?
those the kind of goofs we're gonna do this year? Just
It's,
like some swerves, some swerve goofs.
It's a
Yeah.
big tree. It's a big tree with all the branches of the government.
all three of them.
Yep.
It has 3 branches.
It's a mighty three-limbed
A mighty oak.
A mighty three-limbed tree. Well, I was like picturing like armed forces arms and stuff too, but I mean,
Arms.
like a
Tree's
gun,
arm.
a gun sticking out of the side of it.
What would that character be named in Smash Brothers?
Sam. That'd be Uncle Sam.
It'd be and it'd be Oakle, because it's a tree. Oakle Sam.
So
Let's go ahead and put that one back in the comedy garden. It wasn't done yet.
I was not right,
Yeah.
Sam. I told you, you have to like thump it a couple times, and if it sounds hollow, then it's ready.
Put that one back in the comedy microwave. It wasn't all the way heated up. It was heated. It was heated through.
What
yeah.
is-
This lore is becoming
you-
this lore is becoming too deep.
What are you taking out of the garden and putting in a microwave?
The potatoes.
Comedy.
He's making a big potato joke.
I had to defrost it.
What?
From the
Where is
gar-
the garden?
from
The
the
garden? We're going through a cold snap here, and our garden's frozen solid.
Yeah, we didn't cover anything up.
Yeah. Any resolutions, guys? You wanna?
No.
You gonna tackle this new year with gusto?
No, not any more than any other year. So not a lot.
I'm gonna just make sure I lead with my shoulder, don't hit the head.
Mm-hmm.
No penalties, baby. No penalties in 2019.
Yeah. Don't aim. No targeting.
Ugh.
I am graduating grad school this year. Like that's cool.
Is that a resolution to do it?
Yeah.
To finish your school?
to be done with school forever.
Yeah, that's a good one. Robbie doesn't want to commit penalties. I want to grow our comedy garden even bigger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get the comedy. What's that called? Sun House? Why does that sound wrong?
The greenhouse?
There it is.
I guess it's like the same concept.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't remember what the.
No, it's a sun, SON house. It's where people's sons go.
Are we kidnapping people now?
No, it's more like a daycare. They know where they are. They're
Oh.
just in our Sun House.
Just baking?
It's called Sun House. It's a new reality show where we take a bunch of.
I would like to not miss a week again this year.
Yeah, that's a good goal.
Yeah.
It's setting us up for failure right away.
Yep.
Love
And I
that.
feel like
we did it last year.
you know, I feel like in like the last 3 or 4 weeks, like it's been to get a little loosey goosey and a little wobbly.
It has been the
not
holidays.
for
It's been
yeah,
the
yeah.
holidays.
I know. I'm just saying, not anyone's anyone in particular's fault or anything.
It's
Just
been a busy time of
The
year.
holidays are tough.
It got a little.
But
Yeah.
that's how much you mean to us, listener.
It just means so much.
Sandra.
Sandra.
It just means so much for me to be able to project my voice and not hear any of the criticisms immediately.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. Yeah, we can make our dumb jokes and no one can argue with us right until later, until Mondays.
Or possibly never.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Do you guys want to open up the year with a rock block?
Nah. Boom! Got you guys. I just pranked you. First prank of the new year.
Oh, you got us, Matt.
Got you. I'm gonna tally that one up.
Classic New Year's. Before we get started with the rock block, though, we learned about the Insane Clown Posse, right?
Yeah.
And how they're coming to town soon.
Yeah.
You guys gonna get your tickets?
I mean, I already told you I had nine
tickets?
front row seats.
I had never heard their song. Like I heard of them, but I never heard any of their songs until about 15 minutes ago. So
What do you think? Opinions?
I think
very 2000s.
of late they got super Christian. And I'm not just saying that because I know you're Christian, but I know they went into that hey, we're not just promoting everyone shooting Faygo soda everywhere. We want brotherly love.
What other hip hop groups?
Has their own
a
their
signature-
fan base has their own signature drink.
But it's not even like a mixed drink. It's a fucking
It's
soda.
a soda.
Is
Well-
it
well, see,
their
that's-
soda,
that,
or was it already a soda?
Because a lot of their fans are straight edge. That's why it's soda and not like a 40.
Right.
But yeah,
Was it already a soda and then they adopted it?
It's like a Shasta,
Okay.
East Coast Shasta brand type. So they sell it here. one of the liquor stores in Tower has Faygo Cola.
For those West Coast ICP fans.
For ICP fans, like the demand of Faygo
Where are they from?
is only Detroit. They came up with Eminem and Kid Rock.
Man, Faygo owes
What a
the
weird,
Insane Clown Posse.
what a weird group of people.
Yeah, because like when
Eminem, Kid Rock, and Insane Clown Posse.
like all came from like not the same hip hop like
right.
but literally the same area, same places in Detroit.
Do you think they changed their name to the Sane Clown Posse? Do you think they would do that?
No, I think that's just like they what they'll do is just redefine what insane means. Like, you know, we're insane for brotherly love and Faygo Cola.
What if that became like the only thing they sang about?
I feel like it is already. And like when they have their I can't remember what it's called because it's called something ridiculous, like their big yearly huge like blowout for the Juggalos. Like they have like Faygo cannons and stuff. Like
That seems very dangerous.
well,
Like they're firing cans of soda?
no, like they're firing soda.
Okay. That sounds dangerous.
Like, yeah, cans. They're firing soft pellets of soda.
They put it in the freezer for like maybe 15 minutes.
But yeah, Insane Clown Posse is.
Did they ever learn how magnets work?
I don't think so.
What is that in reference to? You referenced that earlier, and I don't know.
It's a song.
It's
of
one of
theirs.
their song lyrics. It's the song I was telling you to look at.
Oh.
It's called something Rainbows or like something like things are beautiful. Like it has a ridiculous title and it is ridiculous. And in it, one of the lyrics is, "Well, how do magnets work?"
These are motherfucking magnets. How do they work?
I was telling you guys earlier, I had a buddy in high school, Marcos, if you're listening. Is he really your uncle?
Is Shaggy Too Dope or Violet J really one of your uncles?
I went to high school with a guy that claimed, like non-ironically, that one of the guys was his uncle. And he said it, he kept with that for the entire time I knew him.
Uncle Clown Posse.
Well, no, because they have names. Like I said, it's Shaggy Too Dope and Violet J. So his name would be Uncle Too Dope or Uncle J. Or no, Violet Uncle.
Violent Uncle J.
Uh-oh. Violent Uncle J, no. No.
Oh, Violent Uncle's so caring.
Like, we believed him? Because, like,
I mean, what are you going to say?
I mean, that's one of those like specific lies.
Yeah, it's like it's almost too specific.
It's super esoteric. Like, oh,
and it's not like we were huge fans of ICP, so like we were like, what?
Yeah.
Like none of me and my friends listened to him.
But did he rock ICP gear?
No. Well, he had a shirt. He had one shirt. So I kind of feel like it.
Did you ever say, "Oh, he's your uncle and he won't even get you more than one shirt"? I go, "You fucking liar."
We never called him on it.
I would have said, "Give me your mother's number. Who's he related to? Your mom or your dad? Give me their number. I'm gonna call them right now."
Oh, I have a brother. But he's called Violent Uncle Ron. I don't know who you're talking about.
And then I just hang up the phone. Like, guys, it just got serious.
Do you guys want to do a rock block? We watched Skyscraper.
Yeah, we need to do it before we completely forget about the movie.
I didn't take any notes, and we've watched this movie like 2 weeks ago now, or something.
I've seen
like
it
that.
twice, so it's in my brain. Pretty
so
good.
The only thing that came out of that afternoon was my intense desire to eat more than pizza recently, lately.
Yes.
That's right, because we
Dude, I told my friends about that day, like my other friends, because I felt like I was in high school again.
Yeah.
We literally
got a pizza
all day. We got together in the morning, recorded, got a pizza, played video games, and watched a movie.
It was a good day.
Like we were here for like 9 hours.
It was a good day.
It's exactly what Ice Cube sang about. Today was a good
It was
day.
a good day.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Yeah, we played basketball. Robbie got a triple-double.
Yep.
Oh my god, I don't know that song.
Then I banged that Heine.
Yep.
Then I banged that Heine. I've been trying to fuck since the 12th grade.
Okay. We watched Skyscraper.
It's a skyscraper. I did not realize they were living in the building until it's caught on fire.
Yeah, they don't make that clear.
It's
I mean, no, well,
I mean, the movie begins in the building.
yeah. In defense of the movie, they did. I was just like, I didn't like Rock was. His name was just Rock. Rock was like
Assessing the
yeah, assessing like the
Security
safety of
assessor.
it, but like I didn't realize like he was living in the building. So it wasn't until like those people came to like set everything up to blow it up or whatever, and they ran into the wife and kids, and I was like, "Oh, this is the building." And then it's like, why wasn't Rock in the building the whole movie? Why did he leave?
He had to go look at.
Or was that just the setup to get his sick iPad?
So my thing is, the whole plot of the movie is he's an ex-special forces guy. His
I
friend,
mean, obviously.
Oh
friend
shit!
is-
We didn't talk about the beginning.
his friend is ex-special forces.
Oh yeah.
His friend works for the guy who owns the building, and he tricks him into coming to get to this building. Okay, his friend knows that he is ex-special forces. Why would he get him? Why not just get some random security analyst to come so they could steal the iPad?
Yeah, especially
Why
since,
get a guy who's 6'4", 300 pounds of muscle?
I mean, not only that, but like they're friends.
well, I
like-
think he kind of
Right.
held a grudge because he got his face burned off.
I mean, yeah, but
The Rock lost a leg.
and he
Yeah, but
said like
you couldn't tell though.
and he said like he was upset with like this, like, what the hell, Rock? Why didn't you put your sick iPad in your sick purse that was stolen? And why'd you put it in your
He didn't
the-
wanna hurt
in
him.
the only suit jacket possible that you're big enough to fit a fucking
iPad.
iPad.
And apparently, like this iPad is like the only way to like.
It's a key.
Yeah,
It's-
it was
It's like
literally
the
key
only
to
way
the
to
security.
it like operates the entire fucking building.
I'd be like, hey, like super billionaire mogul dude building this building, that might be a security flaw you might want to look into.
At least like
And,
make
like,
a second iPad.
Or make it like a two-step verification. Like even my Amazon account has a two-step verification.
Well,
where like I log in and then it sends me an email to make sure that I'm okay logging
it
into
was
this.
programmed to his face. Remember?
Right, but then like have it programmed to like a fingerprint.
Yeah.
like
I mean,
make it two-step, or like have it send a text alert to his phone.
Yeah, then he
punches the
enters
code.
He
the
has to
six
enter the code.
the
yeah,
6-digit code, and then he has a pattern he has to do. He has
yeah,
to,
like this is it's very important tech.
the movie was billed as kind of like a Die Hard
that's actually
homage.
Yeah,
Meets the Towering Inferno.
yeah.
Right.
Like real quick though, like that's a like our phones have like like now I think like what 6 ways to verify its you citing it, and like this thing
And
can
one,
Right. But yeah. So I mean,
and it was using just like the iPad.
Yeah.
It was just using the facial recognition.
uh,
It did look like it was like biometric, but
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just an iPad. Like,
Yeah.
like it didn't even have a screen protector or nothing. Like, it was just an iPad.
at least protect that screen. Get that tempered glass on there. So I mean, how do you guys feel about like the comparisons to like Die Hard and the Towering Inferno? Because I felt like I didn't really get many Die Hard vibes from this,
There were-
other than the fact that it took place in a tall building.
And when that
Right.
guy fell, but
Sure.
like those are two like
and like his family.
Yeah, I guess, but like I
yeah,
don't
because
know.
no other action movie has the central hero ever had a family.
But like the family get out of the skyscraper like halfway through the movie.
Can we
Yeah.
talk about how? Because I feel it's what The Rock with an axe
Wait, before
cut
that though,
a cable.
hang on. Before that,
Oh, yeah.
he holds an entire bridge up.
Oh,
That's
There's
true.
a bridge collapsing,
right,
and he
'cause-
holds it up with his bare
It's like
hands.
this-
Okay, wait, and before that, he cleared a 50-foot fucking gap
Oh,
to
yeah.
jump into the building in the first place.
he's missing a leg. Like, how did he make that jump?
That must be a spring. It must be a
Yeah.
spring-loaded leg.
I 100% expected him to like outfit his leg with like gadgets and stuff.
I 100% didn't expect him to outfit himself with duct tape.
I know he used duct tape to scale the outside of the building.
What is duct tape if not a gadget, though?
Yeah, true.
I mean, I'm not saying that duct tape isn't like an awesome thing that could help you in a lot of situations, but one of those is definitely not clinging to the side of a glass building.
Why not?
because it's tape and the rock weighs 4 fucking tons. Like there's no way any amount
Duct tape
of
is
duct
very
tape.
strong.
No, I mean, I agree with Robbie. Like, there's no way that would have worked. However, I appreciate the like.
Yeah.
it was a clever plot device.
I do like wrap his feet and hands but I was just like, that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We need Mythbusters. Mythbusters needs to bust Skyscraper.
They
will.
might have done. I mean, they had a duct tape
They have
episode.
like
Yeah.
2 duct tape specials.
Yeah. I want to talk about like his family a little bit, like because his wife is an ex Special Forces too, right?
No, she
Well,
was
she's
just
like
a
a
surgeon.
surgeon, but
Well, in the
a military
They have
surgeon.
Special Forces surgeons.
I mean, she was a field medic. She
Yeah.
was a
because she's the
field
one who
surgeon.
operated on him after he got his leg blown off at
Yeah.
the beginning.
And like they got married, and he was like, "I met my wife," and I've been like, if I woke up and this chick couldn't even reattach my leg,
I think it was. I mean,
the
it's pretty,
last thing I would give
it's
her.
pretty impressive. Like, okay, so the movie starts. There's like a kidnapping, or like there's a police standoff with a guy and his kids. The Special Forces go in to stop it, and the guy blows them all up,
Including the kids
and the mom.
and the mom.
It's pretty, and we don't know how many people died in his team.
I mean, I feel like I'm just gonna assume everybody
Except those
except
two.
the people we don't see anymore.
Right.
So that means all the kids, the wife, the dad, and the rest of
entire
his team.
But it's, like considering that, it's pretty impressive that only his leg was blown off.
Yeah, he only lost.
Yeah.
Like, he was
Like,
at
he
the
didn't have burns
Like
or
shrapnel,
anything.
shrapnel must have gone around him like
in a rock shape. Like
like Vincent and fucking what's his face in Pulp Fiction,
Right.
because all that he got was like a couple face burns, and like he was surrounded by people that are we just gonna assume are now dead because we don't hear anything about them or see them.
And he only gets his leg blown off, and then the other guy just has a burn on his
yeah,
neck.
that guy made it like he was hardly hurt.
Like I bet you the Rock's leg blew off, splintered past the dude, like
and
lodged
stabbed
his-
2 other guys.
Yeah, lodged in his 2 other
Where's
guys'
that
heads.
scene?
Where the Rock's leg bones killed 2 people.
Leg bones.
But yeah, and then so that's how he met his wife, and then they had these kids, and one of the kids has like severe asthma, which I thought was going to be like a big plot device, but it wasn't really.
I mean, 100% this child dies, right?
Oh yeah.
oh, in this situation,
yeah.
absolutely.
They're trapped in a building filled with smoke.
With or without his inhaler, I feel like this motherfucker's gonna die.
Yeah. There's no way he would be able to make it through that.
Okay, now can we get to the bridge? Because I just
Yes.
again, because I'm remembering like it's been a while since we saw it. Now things are starting to come back as we're talking about it.
So the whole building has been purposely caught on fire by this group of bad guys.
It turned into a what do you say, the $800 million chimney or whatever.
Oh
Yes.
God, that's right. A $6 billion chimney.
Yeah.
So then, like, he's trying to get back to his wife and his kids. This bridge is collapsing. He holds the bridge up with his bare hands.
But can we just talk about the rescue technique for
Yes.
these 2 military personnel? Like this chick decides, okay, my son is stuck on the other side of this gap. We now have a bridge that my superhero husband is holding in place. Fine, not the problem. Now there's a plank, scaling the gap. I think I'll, instead of like just coaching my child to come over slowly on his own, I'm gonna walk across it once, put the kid on my back, and then walk across it again. Why are you putting the rock
I
through all
thought
of
about
this?
that, and like, because I felt the same way. I thought about it though. Like, as a parent, I feel like you wouldn't want your kid to walk across that by themselves.
True, but as military personnel, understanding that your husband can't, presumably he can fucking hold up this bridge with 14,000 fucking pounds. But like, why? Why make him do that when?
I don't know. I agree because. I can't think of like a more efficient way though, because like the Rock was holding that bridge up. Sure, she had to carry the kid. Didn't the little girl? Oh no, they didn't have
The
the
little girl was
The
up
little
the
girl was
waterfall.
on a waterfall.
That's right. Oh my God.
We're still in a building, by the way.
Well, they were in the garden part of the building at this point.
I'm trying to like defend this scene, but like you're
I mean,
right.
anything you're gonna say, I already have another argument for.
I
We
know.
all okay. Forget.
Why?
Wait. Forget him having to hold up the bridge. We've already seen him clear a 40-foot gap.
Yeah.
That was nowhere near that long. Why doesn't The Rock jump over, grab the kid, either A, throw his ass over the fucking thing back at the mom and then jump over, or I would not find it hard to believe that The Rock could clear that gap with the kid
Dude,
in
he
tow.
could have.
Oh, yeah.
Because we saw him jump from the crane to the building,
That's what I'm saying.
and like, why is that? That gap was nothing compared to that other jump.
Yeah, and then
I
like
didn't
He's
even
just been
think about
jumping
that.
gaps this whole movie.
it's just
He does
pitfall.
a lot of jumping.
Yeah.
It's just turn it into pitfall.
Yeah. As disappointed as I was that he didn't outfit his leg with a bunch of gadgets, he did use his leg a lot. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
his like it was like a weapon. It was like
Oh, wait.
That's
we,
my
we have to
favorite.
get to your part, Robbie, after the bridge scene.
Wait. I just thought of a joke. That's my favorite Lord of the Rings character.
Legolas.
Legolas.
Leg
You said-
Legolas.
You said he used his leg a lot.
There's also or was there a character named Legolas?
Stop! You fucking killed it.
Hold on, no. But
No,
like,
go ahead, Matt. What were
I
you
was going
saying?
to let you talk. Let him.
Leg.
No, I don't want to now. He's
What
making
about
me mad.
Legolas? Because
He's making me mad because what I said was funny, and now he's just beating a horse with a leg.
But he-
beating a legged horse.
Legolas because he lost his leg. Go ahead, Matt.
So then after the bridge scene, they go, he's getting his family out of the building by putting them in an elevator. And Robbie, do you want to tell what happened?
Yeah, this will attest to his strength because
I don't understand
he
like why this had to happen.
His strength or the poor building structure?
I'm gonna go strength. His strength plus he obviously found like an axe with
Made
like
of adamantium.
Yeah, with some crazy tip on it that was able to cut through an elevator cable.
In like 2 swings.
An
No,
elevator.
I think he does it in
He
one
did it
swing.
in one.
Did he?
Yeah, I
He
think
did it
so.
in
God.
one because he tells his wife, as soon as I cut this cable, this elevator cable,
Made
this
of
thing's
steel.
supposed to hold up elevators.
With people.
Elevators, and he takes it out in one swing. Oh my god! And then she counts like, thank
Oh,
God.
you're
this
supposed to
is-
count to 5.
Thank God this is movie time because she fucking counts to 5 Mississippi like in the slowest you've ever heard anyone count to 5.
Yep.
So the elevator drops, and she's supposed to count to 5 and then hit the brakes. And it works perfectly.
Well, yeah, obviously the
What
Rock
if they
thought
hit
of
the
it.
ground?
The asthmatic kid was in that elevator.
Yeah, all that whooshing air helped him breathe too.
They set up pretty early on that what do they call it? The pearl at the top of the building.
Yeah.
What's the purpose of that big pearl?
Nobody
End of,
knows.
for the end of the movie. What do you mean?
But nobody knows. It's like, well, maybe they'll reveal what the pearl is. Like in that whole news montage.
It was
at
just
the
a
beginning of the
sphere
movie.
that like they could with a bunch of screens in it.
It was to have. It was like for views and stuff.
It's like a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
It had. I mean, the only thing it could be is a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
Unless he was going to like bring in like evil geniuses to be like, is this a city you'd want to conquer while standing on it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that or tourist attractions are the only 2 viable things I could see coming from
I
it.
suppose so. You guys want to take a quick break?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say no.
Oh, okay. Well, let's keep going. No, we got to take a break. But when we come back, we're going to talk about Skyscraper some more. So more Good Enough after this. Welcome back to Good Enough. Guys, we are still talking about Skyscraper.
I think Robbie just had a stroke.
Robbie, I don't know. He's got this weird pre-recording ritual.
But like this is episode what, like 105?
This is the first time
and
we're
he's
hearing
never done it before.
Robbie, do you think you could share that ritual with us?
What's that?
Please don't make him do it.
No,
No, I won't make him. I'm giving him the choice.
I can't.
I feel like your microphone's not going to work that way, and it's making me nervous.
You don't think this will work? Like I'm speaking into the udder of a cow.
All right, let's talk about Skyscraper.
Now I want to know how Robbie speaks into cow's udders.
Well, on my back, looking up at the udder, like I'm laying now.
So he saves his family.
God.
So we find out the guy who built this building used to do money laundering for like
Bad guys.
mobsters, bad guys around the world. But he decided he didn't want to do it anymore.
And instead built a $6 billion skyscraper.
But
Like paid these bad guys, but tracked where all the money went. So now he has like all the names and locations of the bad guys and locations of their like offshore accounts.
so like he could turn them all in. And he has this thing in the building. So like the bad guys send another bad guy after him to burn the building down.
Another
to
bad
get
guy
it.
crew, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they light the building on fire because they knew that he
Well,
would
no, the
get...
crew are the bad guys who need it back. Like
Well,
they're not contracted out by anyone. They're the actual people that
Well, there's a bunch of because there's
Well, I think-
are implicated.
the other group
Right.
went to the offsite location to like
Take over the
to take
control
over the
room.
building. That's the people who had the iPad.
That's the control room, right?
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Or like
yeah.
the command center.
It was
or
the
whatever.
offsite command center. It
Yeah.
was supposed to be very secure. That's why they didn't keep it in the same place. It
Which I
wasn't
feel
very
like-
it had no security.
Which I feel like put it at the tip of this building. That's as secure as you could get, right?
and it looked like they just walked in.
Yeah, because they did. Because
and then they
there's
shot everyone.
yeah, they just like unloaded on everybody
And somehow did not hit a computer.
or spill any blood.
Yeah, they're all good shots.
So
they know where to shoot
so the
people where
building
they
is
won't
taken
bleed.
over.
Well, they die instantly and don't bleed.
Yeah,
The building is taken over. The
and
guy,
set on fire.
yeah.
And we're like going like in and out, going all over the place. But okay, what's the next crazy thing I remember?
I remember
Well,
like
the Rock scales the building using duct tape.
because he has to get into like the
Oh
The,
man, that's
override
right,
panel,
the override,
which is hidden behind the...
in the center of a fan,
like the
Like in the c-
turbines.
like in the center of what is essentially a fucking
These turbines-
what
like
I
a
would
cake
say
mixer.
is the most secure place in the building.
Yeah, absolutely. But like these turbines, they're like open air on the outside of the building, and like they're only accessible. Is this the only way you could get? He had to scale the outside of the building
That's what I'm
he
saying.
He didn't know any other way to get there.
and then jump through.
But he looked at that schematic layout
Right.
of where it was and the most optimal path to it, which was.
the outside.
Which I was like, how is that possible? That can't be possible. What if that needs maintenance? Someone,
Right.
like some IT guy has to go fucking Tarzan swing into the fucking center
It's
of
like,
a
all right,
movie
grab your duct tape.
Dude, seriously.
into like literally what is essentially a blender.
Yeah.
Like,
God,
like praying that he hits he hits the seam perfect.
And you gotta time it out, and then he shuts down, and the thing's gonna blow up? Because then he
Again.
has to jump out very quickly.
When that explosion happens, that big pearl moves. Like
It's just sitting up there.
as if it's just
it's not built in.
as if it was just a ball that was like placed there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a part of structural like when you build, like if something's built like that, like that's built, it's integrated into the fucking foundation and stuff. It's not just
But it's just
made
monitors.
separately.
Like, the whole ball is just monitors.
I mean, yeah, still, but you
I mean,
don't
it's gotta
want
be-
that. What if a fucking crazy earthquake comes by how what we've seen of this building? If it shakes enough, that ball just pop out. Like nothing's connected, nothing's securing it.
yeah.
So earlier in the movie, when The Rock is going through that pearl with the guy who built the building,
Yeah.
he shows him, like, all the monitors come on, and it like these monitors pop up from the floor, and it's basically turns it into a fun house.
Like a house of mirrors.
Yeah,
a
it's
whole
just
mirror. But, like,
mirrors. As soon as it happened, it's very obvious. Well, this is going to come into play at some point in this movie.
Right.
You know what else is very obvious? That this guy who like owns the building has done this a ton of times because it's the only way. Like brought someone in and turned it into a funhouse mirror place because that's the only way he'd
Right.
be able to accurately be like, "That's not me. I'm over here." And then not only that, but like The Rock has to have like the acuity to be like, oh, it's over here. Or
You-
like,
yeah, yeah,
you know,
his sense of hearing.
and turn to him exactly.
Where, like, what did he say the purpose of all those like monitors were, like that popped up?
Those I don't know. The
Yeah,
ones on the
that's-
outside of the building were just to make it so like you could like
Like,
it's like you're standing in the sky.
Right, and I'll buy that. You can look out over the city or whatever.
The
Like I
monitors
said-
that stand up, I don't know.
They look like just like a bunch of
I
mirrors.
don't know that one.
Or
Those are solely for the plot of the movie.
I was trying to figure it out, like at the end during that final like fight scene in the Hall of Mirrors or whatever. I'm like, what's the function of these?
I have another thing to do because, like, we know Rock is special forces, but I didn't know he was a computer programmer either. Because in that scene,
He is a security analyst,
Yeah.
so like he has to know computers.
okay,
That's
but
his post special forces civilian
listen,
job.
what he would have had to have done to get the outcome that we saw, which was the guy's holding his daughter hostage, and they're presumably staring face to face, and then The Rock is like, "Oh, one thing, that's not me. I'm over here." But at that time, when he says, "That's not me," a glitch goes over, goes over what we thought was The Rock
Well,
at the
that was
time.
just coincidence.
Not only okay, I would buy that if we hadn't already been watching him talk for a solid 10 minutes,
Right.
with no interference.
There was a
so
fire,
in my mind,
though.
no, in
he
my
timed it
mind,
out.
he, before going to save his daughter, stopped in whatever room he needed to, programmed this. He was like, so, okay, I'm going to need a 10-minute speech. And then at minute 9
And it had
minutes.
to be this specific
at
monitor.
At 9 minutes and 30 seconds, I will make that announcement. I'm over here. Then I'm programming this to have the glitch that then tells the bad guy, like, oh shit, like that's not The Rock. And then I finish my deed. And he's like, then he grabbed his gun and went up and saved his daughter. Because in my
Right.
mind, that's the only way that anything I saw makes sense.
Well, there was a fire. Maybe the fire got to
The
like.
fire programmed it? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe the fire like made the building glitch.
Sure, okay.
Again, sure. But in that moment, only and not any time before.
It just happened to make it way cool.
They never explained how all these like mirrors and monitors work. Like the only thing that ever appeared in those monitors was like a front-facing view of a person,
and only one person.
and only one
It was
person.
never multiple people.
And never, so like
Where were the
the
cameras?
I was just gonna say that. Where are the cameras? Because in the reflections, so like there'd be a reflection of The Rock staring straight forward. Then right next to it, in another mirror, reflection of his back,
Yeah.
and then a profile. It's like
Like where was he standing?
where is he standing? And where are these cameras? It's like makes no sense. Like
I feel like they designed like whoever wrote the movie designed that set piece,
they designed the building.
and then they wrote the
Yes.
movie.
yeah.
This whole building was designed, and then they were like, "Let's write a movie around it."
But they got to the point where like, oh, a house of mirrors. That's enough explanation.
But like,
Yeah.
okay, it was super cheesy and stupid, but it was a fun set piece.
So yeah, when they first showed it, and we were like, oh yeah, there's obviously this is where the climax is going to take place. The entire movie, I was like, oh, it's going to be really like stupid and predictable. I enjoyed the
it was
final
fun.
climax.
Yeah, I didn't hate any of it. It was just like
did you? Because I had already seen it before I watched it with
it's
you
just
guys.
like the logic
Did you guys
jumps.
see it coming that he was going to be standing behind him?
Sure, yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I thought that was a fun scene
I did
because
too.
But-
it lasted like just the right amount of time. That whole fight.
Mm-hmm.
scene.
But like the only reason like I thought it was weird is because of all of the coincidences that
There
would
was-
have had to have happened.
There was also a sword involved in that scene because
Yeah.
The Rock stabbed someone through one of the monitors.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd that sword come from? I can't remember.
The guy who built the building had it in his.
Remember he
in
was
his
Asian.
office.
Oh boy.
Remember
had
the bad guy when I called that bad guy that the British guy before he'd even spoke?
Oh my god.
I was like, these look like bad guys. We got the menacing looking black guy, this Asian dude. I go, so what? This guy's British, and then he's all, can I get a spot of tea?
Yep, that's the first thing he said. Thanks for alienating our British listeners.
God, Robert. But yeah, like you called that he was British before he opened his mouth. Which is, I guess, kind of offensive that they dressed him the way they did.
Dude, seriously.
Well, let's talk about so his wife. She gets out of the building and she goes to the police. I was trying to figure
And
out
immediately becomes part of the investigation.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out like her relationship with these police was
Well, they
really,
take
There
her.
was no
they take her because she
relationship.
was in the building.
Well,
Yeah.
because she's the wife. They know she's his wife.
Right.
And at this point, they think The Rock is the bad guy.
Right.
Even though everything they've seen
Is not him being a bad
is
guy.
the opposite of. He jumps back into the building that they're claiming he set on fire.
Right.
And then they're staring at that monitor like, why would he do that? And then like one of the detectives is like, his family must still be in there.
Right.
It's like,
My,
what?
my favorite part about like the whole police, they're like the only way they can get out of this building is if they parachute out, but they would have to jump somewhere that's empty. It's like couldn't be here. There's too many trees. Like there is this empty construction lot, and then like they move on from it, and then she's like, well, it has to be there, and they're like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? Oh, what's this right here? Oh, that's nothing. It's an empty construction lot.
He's like, oh, that's nothing. It's an empty construction lot that over the last 3 days someone's been painting a giant target on.
So then like she immediately becomes like a better detective than any of them in
Like
that
those
office.
detectives were simultaneously the stupidest and then making like logic jumps that were accurate, but like how? Like how? You just proved you're stupid as shit.
Right.
And now you're fucking like,
So then they go to that place. They have a big fight.
yep, they go to that place, have big fight.
Go to place, have big fight.
That's The Rock's objective in all movies.
I'm gonna go to that place and have big fight,
I mean, that is a lot of his movies is trying to get to a specific place.
and then have a big
And-
fight,
and
have a big
fighting.
fight.
and then have big fight. Go to place, have big fight. Me Rock.
We should make that one of the categories of Rock movies.
have big fight.
Movies where he goes to a place and has a big fight.
Go to place. have
Dude,
big fight.
I'm literally thinking back, and that's all of his movies.
There's one movie that's just called Race to Witch Mountain. He's literally going to a place.
Racing to place to have big
So that
fight.
covers going to a place. I don't remember if there was a fight in it, but
Better have big fight.
But
Was there a big fight at Witch Mountain?
I don't remember.
I've never seen
I
that movie.
think there's got to be
Probably a
right?
fight,
There's
yeah.
got to be.
So like, The Rock saves the day. he pushes the bad guy through a hole and blows him up with a
That's
grenade.
right. And he has like a total diehard Hans Gruber death.
And then like him and his daughter are sitting in the fire, just like getting ready to die. Like he's holding onto his daughter. Just they're like, all right, we're gonna die.
Yeah, and then at that point, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, let's just push on. Let's just push on for the
Yeah,
security
and then
system."
his wife is able to open this the least secure iPad of all time, and turns.
Well, it's his wife, so they probably share the same facial features.
Well, oh, I forgot. They set this up in the beginning of the movie. It's not the iPad's not working.
Oh.
In the beginning of the movie,
That's
her
right.
phone is not working.
That's right.
And he says, "Just turn it off
Oh.
and turn it back on again."
Oh my god!
And then she gets the iPad and it's not working, and she's like, "Wait." She
So,
turns
hey.
it off, turns it back on again.
she turned
and
the building off and turned the building back on.
that's
yeah,
right.
it's the same. It's literally the same concept.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
So stupid.
And then it works.
I would, if I was The Rock,
Was there just like a button that said "building off"?
it's a building reset. If I was The Rock, I would be livid with her. That like really, if you couldn't do it with your phone, I'd be like, that's the last time I'm ever helping you with anything.
What do you guys think of this movie? Like,
It was fun.
It was a fun movie.
it was, yeah.
It was goofy and cheesy, and it makes sense most of the time, but it was fun.
Rampage was still much better.
Yeah.
But it was all right. It
Well,
was-
okay, let's talk about the Rock movies we've watched so far. Rampage, Doom.
Rampage has got to be one for me.
Are we gonna rank? I don't want to rank all these movies.
We don't have
I
to, but
can't,
I don't know,
'cause
like-
I can't rank all these
Like,
rock
where
movies.
where do you think like it ranks? Like,
So far.
yeah, so far.
Uh,
I like Doom better, probably.
Doom is probably my favorite of the three.
Doom, Rampage is right behind
I'd
it.
go Rampage Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably Doom Rampage.
I just love
I did love Rampage.
everything.
Oh, I loved it
Like,
too.
Like not only like the story, the set pieces, all that stuff, just like they knew exactly what they were dealing with.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like they
There was the great thing about
pulled it off
Yeah, there was no filler,
Completely.
nothing superfluous.
No.
Even some like a twist on our expectations with Joe Manganiello.
Yeah.
I
Which in my mind is still like the only flaw with the movie is like, come on, man, at least let them throw punches at each other.
Yeah.
right.
But
But I liked that though because
Yeah,
like
same.
as soon as you see Joe Manganiello, you're like, oh, they're
Yeah.
gonna fight.
but then no, that wolf eats him. But
The monster design is really cool and
yeah, the monster like I
the
just
villains are goofy.
like it's what those types of movies should be like.
Yeah.
I definitely liked Rampage better than Skyscraper. Skyscraper, I feel like took itself too seriously.
Yeah, it was trying to be a real movie.
Yeah, where Rampage was not.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was just a romp. Like
Yeah.
nothing was too serious or too. I mean, even the things that were in the context of the movie serious were not treated like
Yeah.
like.
I mean, he hacks into an entire security system.
But then what about-
with a thermostat?
I mean, not only that, but death. The death.
forgot about that.
When the bad guy got smushed by that debris,
Right.
and the guy's just
Funny.
like, "Oh well, he's dead."
Well, so what about Doom though? Is like does Doom take itself too seriously?
No. Oh,
Yes.
You know what? But in a different way, though. It doesn't take the fact that it's like an action movie
You know what?
serious. It takes the fact that it's a video game movie serious.
Well, the
Yes.
thing, my feeling is that like it's a video game movie that doesn't take video games seriously.
But does because
It
like
does.
a lot of
It
those,
does adhere.
But because a lot of those things don't hit unless you know what they're playing at, or you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like,
Oh, definitely.
so I feel like it's taking itself serious, but in a way that like makes it goofier, like
Here's-
makes it fun.
Big fucking gun.
So dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I liked Skyscraper, but it just feels like
It feels like a meh. It just feels
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a.
it's weird. There's a fine line between like really stupid but awesome and just not great.
Yeah, just movie. It's
Yeah.
just action movie one. Like
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like
Because like, so what's that line where like, why is Rampage? Is it because Rampage didn't take itself too seriously?
you know what it has to be the tone and stuff because if you look at Rampage and Skyscraper, there aren't a lot of differences.
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So you can like those are two good ones to like compare. Like, what's the difference? What makes Rampage? I mean,
And they came out within 6 months of each other.
yeah, I mean like the monsters and stuff.
Whoa.
Like personally, for like the monsters and stuff, like boosted up for me just because I
Yeah.
love seeing creatures and
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah.
But like
And-
the set pieces maybe weren't crazy enough. Is that weird to say about Skyscraper? Like in a room full of
Well, I mean,
I don't
like
know,
the
what
death toll itself was massively
Yeah, in
higher in
Skyscraper,
Rampage.
yeah. In
in
Rampage, yeah.
Skyscraper or Rampage, I mean, my favorite scene is when the building is getting ready to like topple, and like that whole scene where all the monsters are on the building,
Yeah.
and like they're in the helicopter that they can't quite fly, and they ride the building like an avalanche as it falls. That to me like epitomized what Rampage is all about.
Yeah,
It was so
and-
over the top and
Yeah.
absurd.
And it
I mean,
knew what
yeah.
it was doing.
Yeah.
And that monkey like straight up shouldered that building.
Yes.
Like, it's like, yeah. So like the set pieces for sure make that one like, oh man. And then like that giant alligator eating that tourist boat.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just stuff that you've literally never seen before.
So yeah, I mean,
But yeah, so for me so far it's Rampage and Doom.
so we're talking about Rampage now, and I want to watch it again.
Guys, we have 27 more movies left
Yeah,
in the Rock Block.
Let's wait to backtrack. Let's just wait
Sure,
till we're.
sure.
Well, like, I mean, I feel like we don't even need to watch any of the Fast and Furious movies.
Hey,
mean,
you
bef-
take that back.
I'm just saying.
Shut
No,
your-
I mean, we're
shut
going
your
to talk
fucking
about
I mean,
mouth.
do we have to? No. Will I? Yes.
Well, I'm just saying we don't need to watch them.
Do
to
I
talk
want to?
I'm saying we don't need
Absolutely.
to watch them to talk about them.
Oh, yeah.
I could talk about Fast 5, Furious 6. Nope. Fast 5. What's the sixth one called?
Fast and Furious 6, I think.
Yeah.
And then Furious 7
Yeah.
Then
then the
Fate of the Furious.
Fate.
with the 8 in the A.
It's 8 of the Furious.
Are they just called the Furious now? Like,
yeah.
That's a fucking. That's a sick like
That's dope.
They're
name
the-
for a group.
It's like the Avengers, the Furious,
That's-
the X-Men.
That
That's pretty sick.
it sounds and fits in like
A comic book universe?
yeah, like the Furious. Dude, that how comic book is that? The Furious and they're fucking essentially Voltron soldiers, whatever, with their fucking cars and shit.
What's the 9th one gonna be called? Oh, it's happened.
For 9 of the Furious.
All right, let's stop there.
I can't wait to see FFX or like or FX on a post. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know they go
It's gonna
Roman
be-
numeral.
I can't wait to see
yeah.
how they end this 2 decades of movies.
Although I feel like 9 they could go numeral and like stylistic, like make it
Yeah. FIX.
or
Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel like the graphic designers who work on those movies, every time they're like, all right, here we go. Cracking their knuckles. We get to make up some dumb shit.
It got pushed back because the 9th one was supposed to come out this year, but it's not going to come out till next year now.
Oh,
damn.
bummer.
That's like what?
Like it was supposed to come
How
out.
many years is that then? Gonna
20.
be?
It came out in 2017. It's only 3 years.
Why they-
Or did it
why
come out
they-
in 2016?
Why are they doing this to us?
No, it was 2017.
Was it?
Well, but the Dwayne,
yeah, Hobbs
the
and
Hobbs
Shaw.
and Shaw,
Dwayne.
the Hobbs and Shaw movie's coming out this year, I think. We have at least 4 more
Furious.
family related
family movies.
family movies.
Family adjacent. Okay, listen, let's wrap this up.
They're
I'm
family,
very
dude.
much enjoying the Rock Block.
I
I'm
am
looking
too.
forward to keeping up with it this year. It's been fun.
I'm excited to watch a couple that I haven't seen before.
Same.
San Andreas, I haven't seen.
I'm excited for San Andreas.
Get ready for some set pieces in that one. Holy crap!
It's like I don't know which ones I'm looking most forward. San Andreas is up there.
One of the big ones I haven't seen. Well, it's not a big one, but I've never seen Planet 51.
I don't even know what that is. Is that
it's
the
the alien-
animated
it's
one?
the
right?
animated one, yeah.
I've seen it when I worked at CYS.
And we're gonna have to add movies once other Rock movies come out, because there's no way we're getting through these.
Do we know what
before
we're
that.
watching next? We're going older right now that we
think so.
we watched the recent one.
We talked about Hercules. Hercules might be next.
Or we could do like Walking Tall or The Rundown, something like
I
that.
do love both of those.
I don't know much about that.
We'll figure
Yeah,
it
we
out.
need. Let's do the one with Stifler.
Yeah, maybe one that's like a little more realistic.
No, let's do the Stifler one, Walking Tall.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. The Rock and
No, that one's The Rundown.
Rundown.
Walking Tall's with Johnny Knoxville.
Oh man, now we have to watch those back to back. I feel like because
they're basically the same movie, but one's in the Amazon and one is in the Appalachian Mountains.
What the heck? Okay,
I
well,
totally forgot Johnny Knoxville was in that other one.
Yeah.
My God, there could be so many subcategories in Rock movies, like Rock teaming up with like a comedian. Like we already have those two. Fucking CIA.
yeah,
fucking
Oh my
Central
God.
Intelligence. Wow.
Rock team up with comedian.
I was gonna.
So that's one category, and then we have the
Go-to
place, have fight,
Have big fight.
I was gonna say
special forces.
Yeah.
Hulu has Baywatch
Okay.
free right now, so
All right. Well, maybe Baywatch.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah,
and I really liked Baywatch. Like Baywatch was
I haven't
fun.
seen that one.
It was fun. I really looking at the Rock titles. I really think San Andreas might be the only one I haven't seen.
There's like 2, I think, that I haven't. I might be Well, I haven't seen Central Intelligence.
Central Intelligence is The Rock and Kevin Hart. They got chemistry. like they play well off each other.
Yeah.
My dad loves Central Intelligence. I don't know why.
He's a man of culture. Your father.
His favorite. I'm glad that you said that because his favorite part of the movie is when The Rock explains that when he was in high school, he had to wear prescription pants. That's my dad's favorite goof from the movie.
All right, so yeah, more Rock Block.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to add before we wrap up here?
We will eventually all get and start playing Dream Daddy.
Yeah.
We just haven't yet.
One day. All right. Well, thanks for listening. And I guess we will talk to you next week with more Good Enough. Bye-bye. Oh, Happy New Year.